I'm Miss Rivera, 5th grade teacher, year 23, and today is Wednesday, January 10th. We came back from Christmas break on Monday. Teachers came back on Monday, January 8th, but we had a teacher PD day and work day. If you're a teacher, you know. And on Tuesday was our first day back with the students, and we had a great Tuesday. On Tuesday, we actually did some goal setting, and we learned how every day is a new day every day. And they did some goal setting. I made a picture of the sun, the circle of the sun, and on the inside it says a new day every day. And then the students got a strip of the sun's rays, and they wrote their goals that they have. Big goals, little goals to achieve those big goals and such. I'll insert a picture of that so you can see. But it was really good. The kids did really well that day with their goal setting yesterday, Tuesday. And so today is Wednesday. It's the end of the day. We had a really good day. On Wednesdays, we stick with our homeroom, at my homeroom class, and we have makerspace first thing after I welcome them. And then we have our school library. We go for about half an hour and check out books and read books and such. And then shortly after that, we have about 20 minutes of SEL. Today we had a great conversation on how we have tools to help us regulate so that we can be in control and manage our emotions, which are very normal things to have, but we need tools to be able to manage and regulate. And then we were supposed to have Playworks, but our Playworks coach unfortunately was sick. We hope to get better soon. And after that, we were supposed to have arts. And so today for arts in class and homeroom, we have an art class that they go to, a specials class, but on Wednesdays we do arts for art's sake. We do all sorts of arts, and this Wednesday we were working and focusing on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We watched the Flocabulary. If you don't have Flocabulary, you gotta check it out. Great educational music videos. You can jam to them. And so we watched a little video on Dr. King, and then we did a directed drawing for art today. I'll show you a few of them. They were great. The kids did great. So here are a few of them. They all did. I just found a YouTube video that took them step by step. Some of the kids wanted to add the flag, like this one didn't, but the student did add the American flag. Some of the kids didn't want to color, but they colored, so it looks pretty good. Pretty good rendition of Dr. King. Here's one that didn't want to color. This is great. I love it. Great project. Self-directed drawing. Love it. I did some unboxing of some items I received from Donors Choose. If you don't know Donors Choose, you gotta get on board with Donors Choose. It is fantastic to get what you want, and people out there are willing to fund it, which is great. There's so many people who love teachers. They love us. So Donors Choose, if you don't know, well, hopefully now you will know. But I'll insert a picture of some of the items that I got from Donors Choose. So the little bookmarks and little books and such that I got from Donors Choose, I place in this faux book, and we open it, and it has quite a few of the things that I got from Donors Choose. Are just little trinkets. I use this to help the students celebrate their reading. They set goals. We are doing the 40 book challenge, and so I have quite a few students who've already met the 40 book challenge, so I'm going to allow them to pick from the box, the faux book box, a little reward for setting the goal to read books, 40 books and more. And so the more books they read, the more little prizes they can get from my faux book box, my little trinket box. And so, yay, thanks for Donors Choose. I've got quite a few things to award them with. At the end of the school year, we're going to do a great celebration, grand celebration for those students who stuck with it and read 40 books or more. All right, well, tomorrow is B-Day. I get to get the Switch class. I get to have the Switch class tomorrow. End of the day tired. But my Switch class comes tomorrow, and I'll give them language arts and social studies tomorrow. And right now, well, at my school, we teach the Amplify CKLA curriculum for language arts, Core Knowledge Language Arts, I think. And so we are introducing the next unit, which is on the Maya, the Aztec, and the Inca. And we're moving from personal narrative to informational text. It's so late in the school year that we're barely going into the next unit, but that's because we just adopted this curriculum at my school, and we started late because we hadn't gotten the materials, and then there was training and such. Again, if you're a teacher, you know the adoption process and getting the materials and getting used to the materials. I anticipate that next school year we'll start on time, whatever that means, and we would probably be further along in the units this time next year, at least unit 3 or 4. But as we learn the curriculum, which I happen to like, I mean, there's no perfect curriculum out there. You're never going to get the perfect curriculum for language arts, for SEL, for math. But us being professionals, educators, I at least appreciate a curriculum so that I can pull from it what best will benefit my students, what covers the standards, and then I supplement where needed. And again, I'm a professional, so I know where to fill the gaps in and such, but it is really nice to have a curriculum like CKLA that's standards-based and follows the science of reading. Jump on board with the science of reading if you don't know yet. But yeah, tomorrow I will introduce the next unit. We'll have the students take the other unit home, which was personal narrative unit, and then we're also going to have a like a mini celebration. It's the first time I'm going to see them in my class from break, and with my homeroom we had donuts to welcome them back from the school year. We did a countdown, and then we did a cheers with the donuts. I'll probably do the same thing with the Switch class tomorrow. That means I got to pick up some donuts tomorrow. But yeah, maybe I'll swing by and get myself a Starbucks. I love the matcha latte, hot or cold, but preferably cold. Going off on a tangent here. I see a lot of vloggers that they love their coffee. Unfortunately, I can't do too much coffee. It upsets my stomach, but it's good. I think this is good. Okay. I'm new with all this stuff. Got myself a nice little camera. Okay, well, as I was saying, somebody came in, so I had to stop the camera. Let's see, where was I? Well, let me pick up where I think I was going to go next. And for social studies, we are in the age of European exploration. Again, a little later in the school year than I typically would have in the past years, just that we have a new schedule this year with the A and B days as I switch with my colleague, and that cuts down the time that I usually would teach social studies. Let's just say it's an adjustment, and so I'm a little later in the year. We should have already been like on the colonial days, and I honestly believe in depth, not breadth, and so I will adjust as we go. We are learning about the impact Marco Polo had on the European explorers and how that changed the world. And so tomorrow we will review Marco Polo, his impact, and the ideas that Europeans had, the ancient civilizations that were not ancient, but the civilizations that were in Europe and the civilizations that were simultaneously in the Americas, or what we know as the Americas today. And yeah, it's a lot of information the fifth graders get. Fifth grade is hard for the kids. They expect quite a bit. I taught middle school before too, and I remember the state test was eighth grade is hard too, the state test and such, but fifth grade I feel like it's the hardest. They are tested in almost every subject except social studies for the state stat test. But anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, tomorrow, getting back into the groove of things. And so tomorrow I will tap into our social studies with Marco Polo, and I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling and maybe come back at it on Wednesday morning. Today is Wednesday. Thursday morning, tomorrow will be Thursday. And just talk again about what we're doing tomorrow. I guess this is a week in my life, not really week in my life vlog, because I started today. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and plan and get ready for tomorrow. I have to adjust some of the slides and such. And again, I'm going to stop rambling. Getting ready for tomorrow. Okay, so it's now Thursday. It's Friday Eve, and it's currently after school, and I'm working on putting a little black shadow on what the students drew yesterday. I didn't think about telling them to do it themselves because we're always running out of time. Once again, if you're a teacher, you know you'll run out of time. Always, time is not your best friend. And so I'm going to go ahead and work on putting these in a nice little shadow box type thing. I guess that's what I want to call it. And then I will show you the finished work. Doing it today because I did not have time to do it yesterday. I was practicing how to use my iPad to use the presentation, the Prezi presentation, and also a presentation from Canva. I use a lot of those platforms, whichever one I see fit for whatever it is that I'm teaching. And sometimes I see fit to use Prezi to deliver the information for social studies, history, social studies. And sometimes it's a lot of Canva. In my language arts, I use Google Slides way more because CKLA Amplify curriculum already has the slides version done. I just go in there and edit the slides. And so I'm gonna go ahead and keep working on this. I'll take a quick video or snapshot of the finished product. I was gonna put them outside, hang them up outside, but I decided not to. I'm gonna hang them up on the wire in the classroom only because it'll be quicker, and then also because no one really comes to our wing. It's usually the fifth graders, and I think the fifth graders would rather enjoy seeing their work of Dr. King inside the classroom on one of the wires that I have. My amazing husband hooked me up with some wires in the classroom, and so I have space to hang these up, and so I will put them there and I'll show you. Yeah, I'll finish that up. And while I do that, today was a pretty good day. I feel like every day is a good day for a good day. Even on the bad days, it's always a good day for a good day. And I'm not talking about that toxic positivity. I'm talking about just choosing your attitude and your mindset and what a privilege it is to be able to teach these students, children in general, just to have a great relationship with them and be like their biggest champion. I love that. That's my favorite part. And so today in language arts for my B day, it's B day. That's where the switch class comes to my homeroom after our morning activities. So in the morning, I always have my homeroom every single day, and we do the typical activities, which is we do a really quick check-in. We watch CNN 10 for our daily news, because I believe that as fifth graders and you want to grow up to be a decent human being, you've got to know what's happening in the world and how the choices of others and your own impacts the world. And so, sorry, excuse me, forgot to put a little bit of tape on these. And so CNN 10 I think is great. I think it's, in my opinion, it's not biased. I think they do a really good job of presenting information and for the children to decide for themselves based off of that information they're acquiring. And after we do a little check-in with CNN 10, I send them off to specials. They go to specials right at 9 o'clock. We have specials on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Wednesdays is a minimum day schedule. That's a whole different ball game. I have my homeroom the whole day on Wednesdays, but that's different. I'll talk about Wednesday on another day if I haven't already. And then after specials, they come back to homeroom just for a quick snack. I provide them a little snack break, and boy, do they love their snack. Don't miss their snack, because yeah, they'll be coming at you if you don't give them their snack. And then it's a quick little short 5-minute snack, and then they go to intervention. We have, the kids are broken up into groups depending on where they're at. We have a fluency group for those children who just need some fluency practice. We have we use SIPS in my district. It's a phonics program, and I think it's a pretty good program. I teach a group of 9 students. My group ends up being a group of students, homeroom students, that are in the challenge SIPS curriculum. And then my colleague teaches also the challenge, a different group. We had to break them up because we're trying to do small groups. And then other folks pull them out for the SIPS, which is the SIPS Plus. I think it's SIPS Plus. And if you teach SIPS, you know what that is. And so then after the intervention, which is about 45 minutes, we move into language arts. And depending on the day, I'll either have homeroom and or switch class. On Mondays and Fridays, we switch half and half. So I'll have my homeroom in the morning, and then we'll switch for the switch class. And then it's on Mondays and Fridays. We have a split day. It's a shorter block. It's just like 45-minute blocks for each subject. And it's on the block days, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Tuesday, I keep my homeroom and I do a nice chunk of language arts, spelling and grammar, and also read aloud. And it's really sad that I only get to read aloud for each class once a week, but hey, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. And then we go to lunch, and when we come back, we continue language arts for a little bit more, and then we have a quick brain break, and then move into our history, social studies to finish off the day. If I have the switch class, I'm basically mirroring what I did with my homeroom on Tuesday, because I got the switch class for the full day on Thursday. If then the last 5 minutes, we will transition back to homeroom, because homeroom is where they have all their stuff. So yeah, then homeroom comes back to me, and we clean up, and I use slides to guide them through the day. So yeah, I'm almost done with this. It was a pretty good day. Today, I repeated what I did with my homeroom class. We were talking about the introduction to the second unit, which is the Maya, the Aztec, the Inca, and the CKLA Amplify. And it marries nicely with our social studies. We're talking about the explorers, and how one student mentioned today, because we watched the vocabulary video, I'm tired, teacher tired, We watched a video on vocabulary on Christopher Columbus and how it's a really cool rap song that talks about how Christopher Columbus didn't really discover America when the natives were already there. And oh, actually, that's one vocabulary. Another vocabulary video was on the civilizations of the Maya, the Aztec, the Inca, and the Olmec. And the little rap song has the words "hay nativos." In other words, there are natives. And I asked the children what language was that, and they said Mexican. And we were like, well, yeah, in Mexico they speak Spanish. It's not a Mexican language. And they thought, I asked them, what do you guys think? Where does Spanish come from? And they were like, Spain. I said, yeah, it's a European language that's being spoken. Yeah, I had to pause for a minute. Somebody came into my classroom. And as I was saying, I think this is where I left off. The students are realizing that our nation is pretty much one big mixture, and how the language, even English that we speak, is that's from England. And so their eyes are going, and they're going, and they're realizing the impact on our world because of the European exploration. And so, yeah, things are going to get pretty shady as we move on and learn about the explorers and the impact. I mean, there were some good things that happened, some exchanges that were pretty good, but otherwise, who benefited the most? Right. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then I will start prepping for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow is, we're gonna do, we do curriculum tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm gonna veer off a little bit so I can celebrate the students who've already met their 40 book challenge. I'm also going to hand back their personal narratives that they wrote on before Christmas break, so they can just check that out. The personal narratives, I really want to celebrate their work, their writing. I want to celebrate them as writers, because it's just, even a writer today who's published a book will tell you that they're not done. Even though it's already published, you can always do more. I heard somewhere, when you're done, you've actually just begun. I think something like that. Anyway, and then tomorrow we also have something called Pride. I think I talked about this before. I haven't made many videos, but I don't know when I talked about it. But Pride stands for personal responsibility and daily effort. It's the little poster right there. I think I can zoom in so you can see that. Or maybe not. I don't think so. I don't know how to work that. But stands for personal responsibility and daily effort. And hopefully the students will all be able to go to Pride. I actually have 2 nappers because they made some really poor choices, and they've accepted and owned it. So they'll be in the nap room, not attending Pride. But we'll be celebrating the writers tomorrow, just reading their stories and sharing their expertise. We'll also be celebrating those students who have made significant progress toward their 40 book challenge. And then we also have something called Cougar Time to finish off that block. It stands for, it's CGR, stands for Cougars Go Read. That's our mascot. So yeah, Cougar Time. They love Cougar Time. I keep having to stop the video because people keep coming into my classroom. I'm so popular. I tell the kids I'm so gorgeous, 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 and popular. But anyway, I will finish these up. I'll hang them up. I'll take a quick clip of it, and then I will start getting ready, my schedule and such, for tomorrow. Check in later. It's Friday. I'm so excited. The day is over. We had a really good day today. It's the end of the day. I already mentioned the day is over. I'm currently inputting the students' bank account, their swag points that they've earned for today. Every day at the end of the day, I update their swag points, because being in school is cool, so you have swag. And so we call them swag points. And then right there, if you can see where I'm pointing, are the pink cards showing which students got extra, the orange cards, which students also got extra for getting their planner signed, which is great. There are no red cards. The orange might look like red, but that's orange. Red cards, nobody got fined today. And today was a really good day. The kids worked on their We looked at progress, their growth. We looked at personal narratives from the beginning of the school year till the ones they did in December, and they compared and they saw that they did a lot of growth, which is great. We teachers love growth. And we also celebrated the students who met the 40 book challenge. They got to get a little trinket. And then, of course, a bunch of students saw the reward they got and they got motivated to join the 40 book challenge. And you can always join the 40 book challenge. It's not something you just do once and then it's closed. But yeah, so I'm currently updating their bank accounts so I can go home for the holiday weekend. Monday is Dr. King's birthday, no school in honor of him. And just rambling back and forth. Let's see, we also had Pride today. The kids are always excited for Pride. I did have two nappers, two students who made poor choices and they did not attend Pride, which is what NAP stands for. And so I'm just closing off the school week. Had a meeting after school about a student with an IEP. And the kids were excited to see their Martin Luther King Jr. Artwork that did in honor of him, the self-directed drawing that I posted, I believe, for you all to see. And yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up my day. As I do more vlogs, they'll get better. And maybe I'll be able to vlog in the morning, but my mornings are precious time, very precious. And so I get a lot of work done in the morning. And so, yeah, I just might get better at this, but I'm doing this as a log for myself and then just to help any teacher out there who'd like some tips about teaching and then just the positivity. There's so much negativity about teaching. Yeah, things are hard, just like being a doctor is hard and a fireman or a politician, whatever it is, stay-home mom, that's the hardest job in the world, I think. But anyway, things get hard, but the toxic information about what education is like, and yeah, there's some bad things going on. I'm not going to disagree, but teaching is just amazing, and getting to spend my time with the children is amazing. So if I can put out any positivity out there for teachers who want to become teachers, anybody out there who might be watching this little vlog, I would love to just give you my tips and not tricks, because I'm not a trick maker, but tips on how to just really enjoy working with the students. I feel like my hair is a hot mess, but it's okay. I'm still gorgeous. As I tell the kids, look at me. I'm gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to close off my Friday, and school is open tomorrow. I am tempted to come in. There's an alarm, and when school's open for community service or something, then I'm able to sneak in. I want to sneak in, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and then I don't like going out when it's rain, especially if I don't have to. School's also open on Monday for the community to do acts of service in honor of Dr. King. And I'm not sure if I want to sneak in because my husband will be home. He has the day off, and I like to spend time with him. But I don't know. We'll see. I can always come in and get little tidbits done, and I don't have to come in. I want to come in. It makes me happy. It brings me joy, and anywhere I can get ahead, even better. It's I love it. It's great. It's great. It's hard, but it's great. So yeah, I think what else did yeah, the kids were great. We had cougar time. The kids love cougar time. Forgive me if I'm rambling. Anybody out there who's watching, family, friends, strangers, family. We're all family. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna finish up because my son is waiting for me. He wants to go home. He's giving me the almost teen death stare. So I'm gonna go ahead and start packing up, and hope you got some kind of little tidbit or advice or something from watching or talked about what I talked about, whatever it is. But anyway, all right, I will catch up with you later. And as I like to think, every day I'm trying to level up because I am not done trying to qualify for this job. Every day I'm doing the best I can to qualify for this job. So level up. It's a good day for a good day. Take care. Bye. And there it is. Very sweet. The students did good. Chef's kiss. Love it.